what's up, y'all? This is Side back with another reaction, y'all, from the FATMANS podcast. I want to say welcome back to the channel, y'all. Welcome back to another reaction, y'all. So do something for me. We get up in here, y'all. Please hit that like button and subscribe button, y'all. And please do share it with everybody. See your family, friends, whoever you see. And tell us, drop a like and a subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. Because I'm trying to get up in that algorithm, y'all. So we'll see if we can hit that, y'all. But hey, I got a reaction for y'all from Jubilee. And the title is Cops and Ex-Felons Seek to Find Common Ground / Middle Ground. So we'll see what they talking about, y'all. Queen of ex-felons and the cops. I believe there's something gonna happen. 5 years ago, so this is at 5 years ago, so this would be before George Floyd and stuff. So this is like 2018, 17, right? Yeah, 2018, 17, something like that. All right, y'all, let's get up in here, y'all. I'm gonna let them run for a minute, y'all. All right, y'all, let's get up in here, y'all.
You said to me when I sat down was, oh my God, you look like somebody I arrested before. Dude, I've known you for like 2 minutes. I don't even know your name. Dude, you, my friend, the first thing you said to me when I sat down was, oh my God, you look like somebody I arrested before. Dude, I've known you for like 2 minutes. I don't even know your name.
Yeah, that's bold as hell.
And I have all my people who currently or previously have worked in law enforcement against that wall, all of the other people on that side. I am nervous about what is going to happen today.
Apparently people are a lot braver than I am, so, you know, or they're a lot more comfortable with their stories, so.
All right, my disagreeers, come on in.
I'm just more excited to be here and to share my stories, hear everybody else's story.
For me, more so, it's, in our situations, like, you're kind of conditioned like, you guys are the enemy. You know, I don't know how you guys feel about us, or, you know, I've never had a deeper conversation with law enforcement.
Probably from your point of view is that it doesn't always seem like the justice system is fair. I think that what you find, though, if you truly love this job and this work, that you strive to find that balance and fairness.
I'm puzzled by what he's saying, because I've never heard anything like this before. Because, I mean, if it's true what you're saying, then how come police aren't policing police? Why are you standing idly by while your fellow officers are going around shooting and killing unarmed black people? Why is that happening? I mean...
Sorry, brother. Back to the wall, guys. I have done something illegal in my life.
Illegal? I don't know. You probably did.
I was about to say, like, come on now, cops. Like, come on, we all done something a little legal. We probably stole something. We probably didn't, I don't know, beat up something that we wasn't supposed to. I don't know, something like that. Okay, come on now. Even the cops like, damn, you know what? I did do a little something. You know, I might have stole a little donuts. You know what I mean? I walked up in there and got me some snacks, and you know what I mean? Okay, come on now. We all done a little something. We ain't all innocent, y'all. We ain't all innocent. All right, yo, let's get back into it, y'all.
I sold drugs. That's what I did. I sold a shit ton of drugs. And I didn't have family. I never, you know, I mean, I grew up in foster homes. I didn't have any type of family. But I fucking knew that when I went to prison, I knew I didn't want to come back to this shit. You know what I'm saying? So while I was in prison, I knew I needed to start there and build a foundation. I've been out of trouble since 1999, you know, so.
I chose to commit my own crimes when I was younger. I wanted the violence. I could have easily chose to do something else, but I was always there when things were gonna happen.
I was thinking about between my professional life or my personal life.
That's your life.
Anything illegal, dude. Anything illegal, man. We're playing semantics right now.
I think that, like, you know, it's one of those things where, like, you look at, for instance, have I killed anybody? Have I robbed anybody? Have I, like, all these major felonies? No. Have I sped before? Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I hear is you're telling me there's levels of legality. I mean, I used to be sort of on that end too. Like, I grew up well, I went to private schools. I mean, I'm not somebody, you know, like with stereotype as somebody who gone to prison, you know, and then I've gone to prison and I just find out how fucked up the system is. I mean, what about the guy who goes out, has dinner and has a drink, ends up spending 7 or 8 years in prison because somebody started a fight with them. But then I meet people in prison who've shot somebody in the back of the head execution style and only got 10 years for it, you know, whereas for me, I spent 13 years in prison because somebody was hurting my family. And I thought, like, okay, well, we're gonna go get our stuff back from this person. And I get conspiracy to commit robbery, conspiracy to, you know, use a gun, which has added another 10 years, and nothing ever happened. You know, nobody got hurt. Like, maybe it's cultural, maybe it's, you know, I grew up where, like, you defend your family, you know? And yeah, like, was it a bad mistake? Sure.
Can I ask the question though, like, why your first thought wasn't like, let me call the cops to help solve this issue?
Because, you know what, like, from my experience growing up, cops don't help. They just come by, show up, make a great show of doing their jobs, and then leave. But I'm just saying, there's no consistency in the system. It makes no sense. It depends on which county you go to, which judge you show up in front of. It's a political game. That's not justice.
Well, what would you consider justice to be?
I mean, I would like to see that, you know, there would be some consistency. If I go to LA County or San Diego or wherever, that the same crimes would carry the same time. There would be some, you know, consideration for, you know, situation. I don't think there is.
I believe in the justice.
Damn, he said he served 13 years. Damn. Look like, damn, he don't even look like he served some money. And none of them really look like they served no money. I mean, served no money. Serve no prison time. Like seriously, me, I would never, if I was just walk across the street, if I'm just walk across the street, I come and buy them, I would never think they were, none of them, I would never think they went to prison. They look like stand up, like people, like, you know what I mean? It sounds like, you know, they reformed their life and stuff like that, but 13 years? Damn. Damn. But these two, the cops and stuff, they look like police. So like, damn, that's a police station. That's a police person right there. The other guy's FBI. So, and what he said, right? Now, don't get me wrong. Police do help, but sometimes they don't. Like, seriously, like over in North Minneapolis, and I'm not saying they're all bad. Like, I'm pretty sure they're busy and stuff like that. But man, it takes them like 2 hours to come over here, like 3 hours, and like some of them broke into people's cars, and it's been like an hour, 2 hours, and stuff like that. And I'm not saying like they're bad or anything, but it's like sometimes I think like you just came here just to make a report and not really care. Now that's just my opinion on it. Which, you know, I'm pretty sure cops are busy, and you know what I mean, but still sometimes them cops do like kind of fuck up your reputation, like fuck up the good cops that'll come out there. Okay, I'll follow up with you guys, and like there's some actually good cops out there. It's like, oh, I'll follow up with you guys in 2 days. If you don't receive a call, call me at this number and stuff like that. Like there's some, you know what I mean. And I'm not saying all of them, like, you know what I mean, but I don't know. I just don't know. And I don't think all cops out here shooting unarmed black people and stuff like that. Like, I don't know. I think we need more black people in police officers. I mean, a uniform. To me, be completely honest, since y'all want to keep on complaining about that, I really do think more black people should go in the police force, and and then and I think that help. I think it would have helped the neighbor, like North Minneapolis or the hood or something like that, to see somebody that's their color, come talk to them and stuff like that. Now, I don't know if that's true or not. You know what I mean? There's some people that just hate cops. They don't care if don't care what color you are. I don't know. I like cops. You know what I mean? There's sometimes I'd be like, man, like you can't do nothing. You can't do nothing else. Like, is this what we doing now? You know what I mean? But I don't know, y'all. Let's get back into this, y'all. We'll see what else they talking about, y'all. And you know what I mean? At least I'm going to say, at least these people right here, at least they stand up on what they, you know what I mean? Okay, I did the crime. I can't really be mad that they didn't arrest me, because my job is not to get caught. You know what I mean? It's that simple. Their job is to find you. So I don't know. All right, y'all, let's get back into it, y'all.
The criminal justice system truly does help to protect societies. If we did not have it, that there would be chaos.
Well, it may not be perfect right now, but we need the justice system and we have to believe it.
For some reason, it just seems to me that if you're from a wealthier family, you're easy to get off the hook. When I was fighting my case, I had a cellie who was fighting the same crime that I committed for an attempted murder. He had came back and said that the judge gave him 1 year with 2 strikes. I don't know how that went about, but for me, I ended up getting 10 years with 1 strike. And his family was wealthy.
In that, did you have priors? Did he have priors?
I had no priors. I just didn't understand why is it that, if your family has more money, it's easier to get off the hook.
A lot of times I saw that if you have a private attorney, high power attorney, I guess you have a better chance of getting off than having public defender. That could be a little hole in the criminal justice system, but that's how it is right now, and then I don't know how to address that issue. So I guess that's
it shouldn't be a game. It shouldn't be a game with people's lives. Like how can I get this win? How can I negotiate a win with this person's life?
At the end of the day, man, it's all about money and it's about numbers. And there's no money in rehabilitation, man. There's money in recidivism.
I can tell you this, if I could give up my job today as a result of no other people going to jail, which means that they would actually stop committing crimes, I would do it in a heartbeat.
Oh yeah, but there's not too many people like you.
If we had a system full of guys like you, that'd be awesome.
I think that's but again, see what you just said is that's the perception that you have, is that there are enough more people.
It's a reality for us. For me, when I was inside and the nonprofit that I worked for, we had, the programs in there. And this is a class that is gonna help them, actually do something with their lives. Every evening while the guys are going to class, like they get harassed. And then we come out of the class and all the cops are lined up and like get on the wall, strip search, tear up textbooks, tear up their personal property, their homework. Like, yeah, that's how the system is. Like on the way out of prison, officers were telling me like, I'll see you back on the next one. Like that's fucking bullshit.
I was surprised by someone's response today.
So, just what I got to say about the jujitsu system. Don't get me wrong. We all know the system ain't really for people. It's for people that in power. And y'all could be mad and stuff like that. But come on now, like we see this every damn day. Your man said he did one, and we don't know the whole story. And you know what I mean? I'm just assuming he's telling the story. Now we'll just say assuming he's on the point. We don't know exactly what he did, so please don't come in the comments talking about, oh, you didn't find out. Nah, you heard what I just said. Now, he said he did 1 year. I mean, he was inside for I believe he like Jamaican. He did attempted deletion, that crime, and he got 9 years. He was inside and with his cellie. That guy only got a year and a year and 10 months, 2 years, something like that. But his family came from power, came from money. No, this is what I said. I can't get mad at that though. We've always abused the system. We always abused money. We always paid off somebody to get a lesser sentence. We always done that. Like and you can't really get mad at it. That's why I say, why don't you just not commit the crime? Or why don't you just get your money up and figure something out? There's some people that own prisons, like crime people own prisons. I don't know. They buy off the guards and stuff like that. And I'm not saying that's fucked up, saying the cops didn't OIC back on the next flight. That's fucked up. Like, that means you don't have no like real sympathy for that. Well, I mean, well, he did commit the crime. You mean like you're not like, congratulations, man. I hope you like, you can't say, I hope you don't come back. But if I see you, I'm gonna believe that she can come back again and again and again. You know what I mean? Which I understand why the guards say that. I understand why the cops say that, because they probably seen their whole year. I mean, their whole career, lifetime. So I don't know, y'all. Let's get back into this, y'all.
Out of everybody in the circle, that he was the first one to actually voice the fact that he made choices. It's in that moment that they claim dominion over themselves. So I appreciate that.
Thank you.
I don't know how I feel about that. I don't think any one of us right here sat here and say, like, I didn't make my own choices. I understand I made my own choices. I got myself my own time. I think.
Oh yeah.
I get the sense that you
Oh,
do too.
Definitely, without a doubt.
I think the larger issue is that the system is broken. And that's what I have a problem with. I don't have a problem with taking ownership of my actions. It's society not taking ownership of its own creation.
And I hope you don't hear that. He was the only person
Of
that
course.
was vocal in saying
Yeah.
that. I will ask you this, though, and I'll challenge you. Do you know who your representative is have you ever contacted their office?
No,
Have you ever contacted your congress member?
no.
Then I suggest that you should.
I mean,
And here's the thing, because you strike me as a very smart individual that has the ability to go and influence.
I agree with you. I just think that you need to take a walk in our shoes. You know, like, and I don't mean any disrespect by this, but you sound like a law enforcement pamphlet. You know, like you sound like every perfect thing that they want you to say. It's kind of like when you work in a company and the CEO says, this is the policy. But when you're on the ground level, you know that there are certain things that just doesn't work in reality. I think you have, great views, and I think if we had, law enforcement, like just a team of law enforcement that is exactly like you two, that have the same views, like it would be great, but I also think that there is reality. When you come out of prison, everything's just so stacked against you. Like,
And I think that's that commonality. So like for instance, when I talk about coming out of the military, I had people that told me when and where to be, all these rules and regulations, and when I got out, there was nobody there. Same thing happens in prison. You have to break out of the prison mind mentality.
Here's the difference between and I agree with you, there's a lot of similarities. There are a lot of commonalities with prison and the military. However, when you're in the military, you're told you're the men of this country, you're the defenders of this country, you're men. When you go to prison, We were told that we're pieces of shit. We were told that we're animals, you know? And when you've gone through a decade of that, it gets in your head. Inside your mind, it's like, who am I? Like, who am I to think that I can do these things? It just turns you into nothing. You know, it makes you believe that you're nothing, that you can't do it. And that's something that you can't put into, you know, LAPD policy, you know? And that's what the justice system does to you. Like, it breaks you.
But you know what? I can tell you this. Me looking at you, I don't see any of the things that you talk about. I would hope for you, for actually all three of you, that you know that you guys are able to escape those boundaries that have been created. Because guess what? At the end of the day, like, you have one life to live, and it's going to be predicated upon the decisions that you make now.
I believe the justice system could be better.
I honestly believe that they have a structure in place that can help. The people who are running it are the ones that need adjusting.
I think it needs a lot of work. I think the resources are put into a lot of the wrong places. And I'm not okay with saying, well, this is what we got, so let's try to work with it. Like, no, I think that there should be moves to try to improve the system. Like, I don't think we should ever be content.
You know, like I say, unfortunately, when the budget crisis happens, training is the first one that goes out the door. I think they need more training. If their training saved the one life, I think it's worth it.
But I also think communication, to build a unity in the community, that way that it can be trusted with one another and be able to work with one another with all the challenges that's going on in this chaotic world.
Yeah. Good. Cool. Good luck to you, man. Oh, no worries.
Great conversation, man.
Do you have any information on your nonprofit?
I do, actually. Let me give you.
Yeah, you can look us up.
Perfect.
Thank you, brother. Good luck with everything.
Hey guys, much appreciation.
Oh yeah, that's a video. Like, the justice system can always be better. Like, there isn't, like, we could all know that the justice system always needs better. It needs a little bit better. Always could be, yeah, always could be better. Just now, we just have to deal with it. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people out there trying to get it better. You know what I mean? Like, I would never say they're not. You know what I mean? It's just the problem. And there's a lot of old people, like a lot of old people back in them days where, you know what I mean, stuff like that. I think every 50 years we should have like a new generation, the newer generation of people in the office. You know what I mean? Now that's just my opinion on it. Because there's a lot of old ways in the justice system. Like, you got the child support system, the crime system, stuff like that. And I really don't know. I know we can always be better. You know, the United States can always be better. It could always, you know what I mean, always have something better. But we just have to deal with it for right now. And, you know what I mean, go to your congressman, like the officer said, go to your judicial, the city hall, you know what I mean, see if you get who's the secretary of the state, who's the mayor, who's, you know what I mean, who can help you, you know what I mean, build up to the, I don't know, I don't know, something like that. But maybe you can go into politics, you know what I mean? I don't know. I just know some can be better. Everything can be better. But, you know what I mean? You just have to make an effort at doing it, y'all. But hey, y'all, that's the end video. Y'all tell me what y'all think up in the comments, y'all. the Asian guy, right? He looked like he was like more defensive after the guy said what he said. It looked like he's like the black guy and the Asian guy, you know, the officer. They really didn't talk too much. The other two were talking a little bit more than I mean, they weren't talking much more than the other three guys. So the conversation was like the officer, the military guy, and the other two, the Asian and the I believe he's Mexican guys. But hey, yo, that's it, video. Please hit that like button and subscribe button, y'all, and share this video. Everybody see your family, friends, whoever you see. We trying to hit 2,000 by the end of March, y'all. So we'll see if we can hit that, y'all. So please do tell them to drop a like and subscribe so we can get up in the algorithm, y'all. And y'all, Osiris off in the FATMANS podcast, y'all. If you have any comments, opinions, thoughts, y'all, go ahead and drop in the comment section. I do respond to some of y'all. I might not respond to all of y'all, but I definitely do respond to some of y'all. But peace out from the FATMANS podcast. I will see you guys on the next one, y'all.